It's happened. Recording. Right. I just want to get my headphones in and then we're good to go. It should click in now. There we go. We're all connected. Right. There we go. So let's just move this to one side. There we go. Oh, don't want it down there. Hold on a minute, guys. Okay, cool. Right. So we are in USD CAD. It came up. Sorry, what am I doing? There we go. Right, it came up before this live started, but obviously this was the position here. Well, main reason why. Right, I'm going to show you the 8 hour time frame here. All right, if I just clean off everything. Right, look at this 8 hour. All right, we've driven up. Price has driven up here. Right, we've breached 1,139,500. We've rejected it, so we've come back through. All right, this is the London, session here. We had a bearish Asia. London climbed up. We've slammed back down here. So what I am hoping for here is a nice rollover. That's what we have, set up. I'm fairly aware that we, might obviously come in and test this area here. However, I am looking for this rollover here. It's nice rejection as, number one out of the key level 139,500. We've got a slightly weaker US dollar. Number two, rejection on the 8 hour. If you check the 4 hour here, we've got some nice consolidation which we can mark up here. Yeah. All right. So we obviously need to be aware of that. We just want to see this break to the downside here. So that is one trade that I'm looking at or I have entered. So to be completely transparent, Anna, um, right, let's go through what we're looking at here. So, right, can't get this right for some reason. There we go. Right. Okay, let's put this there. Right. So this is obviously trade number one that we have looked at today. For 15-minute time frame here. Happy. We've obviously got a slightly weaker US dollar. Now, if we look at the US dollar as well, we'll go over news. We've cleared what it was struggling to clear. What you've got to count up sometimes is right. We've obviously driven down into this area. All right. We've taken one, two, three, four, five, six, seven candles to come back up. Like we mentioned this morning, come up and test 98,500. All right. What has ended up happening? Right. Sorry, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. All right. Eight candles. Two candles have engulfed this on the hourly easy. So that's what you've got to think. There's more downside pressure here than there is upside because upside is taking a lot longer. That means, it's constantly being, hammered to the downside. Whereas obviously, flying to the downside should be, a little bit more momentum here. I'm fully aware it's a Friday. I would like to take us down to this 1.39 minimum, but obviously, hopefully, we can swing it a bit further. Let's have a look at the news. So news, here we go. Delete that. News. So we have had, pretty much, run of the mill everything. Nothing up, nothing down. GDP for CAD ever so slightly up. And obviously we've had spending up, but obviously PCE, which is inflation data, has come in as expected. So we do have a very, very negative Fed. What Jerome Powell came out with in his speech that he's not gonna comment on making any actions. He needs to see the data. So obviously, although it's filled everyone, the kind of investment world with a bit of hope, or little bit of optimism. He's kind of dampened that straight away in regards to him, saying that, he's obviously not going to act or not going to promise anything because, he's not comfortable where everything is. And then Trump, on the other hand, just keeps mentioning tariff, tariff, tariff. And yeah, this is obviously like, well, I guess I do understand it. It's Jerome Powell's worst nightmare because, he doesn't really know how to react because, it isn't a common thing to be catering for. And obviously, it's not, something that anyone's catered for previously. So let's wait and see, obviously, how the dollar reacts here. Yen. So in regards to yen, we've obviously had our trade from there this morning picked up, been a profit there, and then obviously crushed. Well, didn't really crush it. It kind of, loitered. But if you look at how small the London trading session's been, I think we're due for a bit of a move. I'm not sure what time it's going to be, but I think it is coming. So we'll wait and see. I've got positions, still holding euro yen. I was hoping for some upside movement on my larger account, but I got one position here, I got one position about here, and I got one position down here. So probably currently in a bit of profit, but not a great deal. Let's just have a look through everything else. Pound is pretty strong. Euro was one that I missed this morning. Should have hopped on this, but I've just not been comfortable. And obviously, this is a bit of a kind of a bit of a lesson, I guess, for everyone, because although, yes, I do have, a profitable strategy. I've taken two Euro AD trades this week and I've lost both of them. So what does that do? That, subconsciously changes my, mindset. And I've taken the exact same trade this week on both trades or both times, and I haven't entered, Um, um, yeah, that's obviously one thing that I need, you obviously need to be uh aware of. You're obviously constantly battling with your judgment here. This would have been a take profit hit, no problem. So yeah, it's one of those, things. Um so let's wait and see. GBP AUD, I like this trending to the upside. This would go with if our dollar, if the dollar obviously keeps on pumping, we know we've got a strong pound. We know AUD's kind of middle of the range. So GBP AUD trade would obviously pump yeah, should be testing this, level here. So we've got about 5 minutes left of this candle here. Obviously it would be something like this. We'd probably have to let's pull this slightly higher and potentially pull this down here. But let's wait and see. We're going to leave that one on the back burner. I think everything's going to be pumping. So let's wait and see. Euro CAD. See, Euro is not particularly strong. This won't look good for our USD CAD trade. Well, we'll have to see. I'm going to monitor it around this area here, so let's wait and see. But yeah, so that's about all I'm looking for at the moment. Gold. What I am looking for here is whatever's gonna happen around this Asian high. We've got quite an important area here. We've got our London high and our Asia high. This is quite a nice, situation for us because we want to know a bit like yesterday. We want to know whether it's if it's holding or if it's gonna break and have a continuation to the downside. I think we could see some upside, movement here, but let's wait and see what happens. So for anyone taking gold, I'll probably monitor this over the next 5 minutes. As you can see here, we've obviously got if we look at yields on a slightly higher time frame, they've been consolidating here. We've had a nice, rejection from here. So you know what? Let's wait and see what happens here. Um, the stock market, I mean, US 30's up, but you wouldn't say anything else is massively up. It's been a pretty negative week for the stock market, which is interesting because obviously gold, hasn't really done very much either, so we need to be aware of that. But let's just get this back on a 5 minute. I would say personally, if we can break, we'll be looking to take this higher. I wouldn't want to place any sell positions yet. I'd want Asia to break before we looked into doing that. So yeah, let's wait and see. Um, mm, Yen is obviously starting to tumble a bit. Dollar pulling back, but we can obviously see here we've broken trend, right? It doesn't matter what happens. This is broken trend on the hourly for 4 hour, still obviously looking like a nice bit of rejection here. So, but obviously hourly is what I'm kind of focusing on. 30 minute too. We've obviously made new lows here. However you look at it, so this, should technically be a bit of a continuation, but we got to remember as well, there are such things called Friday flows. And obviously you need to be aware of that. So Friday flows when profit comes off the table. We also have to remember it's the last Friday of September. So yeah, there will be some Friday flows today. Not particularly happy about USD CAD. It's pulling back, but we will wait and see. And then obviously we got GBP AUD here, which will be pulling away. We want to see this come back in here, and then we've got gold too. So we've got another 2 minutes on gold, and then we potentially might have a gold position here that we would be looking to enter. So let's wait and see what happens here. Let's wait and see what happens here. So we've got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. So I always like to, see closures happen. That's what I, like. But you're starting to pump now. So let's wait and see. Gold, I mean, I still like it, but let's wait and see. NZD going long. Swiss pulling back. Look at pound. That's a horrible candle there. Aussie pulling back. CAD still holding on. This is the kind of level here with which I'll be monitoring. I think if this breaks clean, then I probably won't be looking to enter it. So let's wait and see. I still think dollar's going to be weak. We've obviously looked at it overall, and yeah. So let's wait and see here. So gold, are you going to give us something while I'm live here, or are you going to take the biscuit? I think it might do. I think it might do, guys. I mean, depending on obviously what you're targeting, there's 90 pips there just to equal that high. I probably would take it maybe a little bit higher. Let's do like a 1 to 3 potentially. That's what I'll be looking at on gold. I am tempted to. We need to break. Yeah, I'm tempted to enter this. So let's have a look at gold here. So gold entry just entered. So let's wait and see how this one plays out. See if we can capitalize on a nice bit of gold. That's what we want to do. We want to make sure we take. So I'm just monitoring this now. Let's wait and see how this plays out. It's either gonna have us in or have us out straight away. So we'll have to wait and see. USD yen, Euro yen's climbing, GBP, JPY. Let's just have an overview on the 1 hour here. Euro's messy as hell. Like it's climbing, but it's just a bit all over the place at the moment. I mean, pound is holding. CAD still holding that area. Euro. Let's have a look at GBP. So, right, this is potentially one here as well, but I'm happy with just USD CAD. But obviously, if I was looking to enter, it would be this one here. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see if we get any kind of a tap into this area here. That's what we want to wait for. That's what we want to be waiting for. Hmm. We've had a nice. Let's wait and see. Do 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 do. I don't think it's going to come back at all. So we will have to see what's happened. I'm just going to drop my stop a bit lower on gold to 3748 because I think if Asia breaks two, then it's going to go. Dollar pulling up nicely. USD CAD's pulling back though. Nice rejection there. Nice bit of rejection. So let's wait and see. Always got to wait and see. Hopefully everything will come together nicely. That's what we want. Right. So we can wait and see here. Yeah, it's been one of those trading weeks this week where it's just been a bit tricky for, me and my strategy. It's, it is what happens. You're obviously your strategy's not gonna work, every single week, and then you know that you've got two options there. Do you adapt it or do you just carry on, so that is always what you need to be obviously be, looking at and, looking into. Um, and yeah, that's one thing that I've come across a bit this week is that, I have yeah, my strategy's just been ever so slightly off, but trouble is the last couple of weeks it's been epic. We had a huge week, the second week of um September, in regards, yeah, we just, yeah, smashed it. I think we did about 20%, 25% in a week. It was epic. So gold's pulling back nicely here, pulling back nicely. We'll wait and see what obviously happens here. Hopefully, we can obviously get on the back of this trade. Like I mentioned, I've just dropped stops ever so slightly. So hopefully we can get this nice rejection, nice pump up, and then obviously we can finish Friday on a happy note. So that's all I'm interested in. Let's have a look at USD CAD. Starting to tank. We like that too. So dollar is, starting to show its true colors here. That's what we like. We've got gold pumping. I bet you GBP AUD is coming back. So goes to show that pound's not actually that strong. And obviously, like I'd, said, I wanted to stay away from my my AUD pairs because it hasn't been boding very well. But this is, nice here. We've obviously want this nice, swing. I like a nice impulse kind of, move, and that's what's happening. Who took gold? Just out of interest, put it in the chat. Yes. Who took gold? I'm just interested. Who took gold? Just go yes, 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 or no, no, no. You've got a, message host only. T took it. Yes, yes, yes. That's it. Make sure we t take some profits along the way because Gem took it. Yes, that's good. Because what ended up happening yesterday, obviously I took profits, but it spiked up and then obviously went back down again. So always make sure when you're happy, you're taking profits off the table. So let's wait and see how these ones play out, and then obviously yeah, we can capitalize on it. We've got USD CAD, and then obviously live wise, we're obviously looking into gold, and we're looking at some others. Anthony took it. T already took partials. Good man, good man. Let's just have a look at everything else. Look at your yen now, starting to pump. Starting to pump. There isn't much more that interests me, to be honest, on a Friday. So I'm gonna wait and see. I'm gonna leave it where it is, guys. So that'll be about me done today. Hope everyone has a great Friday. I'll be back live on Sunday evening. So yeah, have a good one, guys, and let's yeah, make sure if you're obviously taking some profits off the table when they come in. All right. Have a good one, everyone. Have a good one.